What's up, everybody? Nucleo-Nick here, and welcome back to Mass Effect Mondays. So exciting! We're going to be doing our, I guess you could call it, mission debriefing in this episode. We're gonna go around, talk to all the crew, get a sense of where they're at, schmooze up on Liara a little bit, probably. See what Joker's got.
I'm glad to be off of Novaria. I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporations. One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
I gotta love Joker.
Alright, see you.
Awesome. Onward to the next crew member. What's up, Kaden?
Anything you need, Commander?
Gee. Personal input.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
Well, they know about the stonewalling you've had from the Council.
I can't, the light coming in the window back there is too bright. My camera keeps unfocusing.
They deserve to know what we're up against.
They're on your side. They're pissed about the resistance we're getting, especially from our side. I'll have a better handle on all of it when my head stops hurting. Another L2 flare-up.
Can't you be refitted for an L3?
Under the knife? Maybe get an upgrade?
No thanks, Commander. One slip and you can't remember your own name. The L2s spike higher anyway. My abilities would drop with pain-free L3s. It'd be a cold day before I turn myself over to a Canadic subsidiary.
I haven't heard anything about Canadics in a while.
Yeah, they quietly disappeared. Broke up into a bunch of little corps after they botched the training on Jump Zero. After first contact, Canadics was set up to track Element Zero exposures and develop implants for humans. Once we had an embassy on the Citadel, Canadics could bring in experts instead of taking it slow.
I'm
sure Canadics
I'm
did
sure
what they
they
thought
meant
was
well.
It wasn't
No
best
big
for us.
deal.
They brought in an ex-military Turian named Commander Vernus. A real hard-ass. He basically had a free pass to break us if it would turn out a decent biotic.
Really?
Kind of spiraled from there, Commander.
Did he ever face charges for that?
He got his, yeah. But like everything else at Jump Zero, was under the table. The less said, the better. Anyway, this is ancient stuff. I walked it off a long time ago.
Then why are you talking about it?
We're here to make history, not read.
Alright, what's your opinion
What's
on
your
the last
opinion
mission?
on the last mission?
Killing Saren's, what was Benezi anyway? Second in command? Advisor? Anyway, it should set him back a bit. I'm sure Dr. Tassoni's hurting, though. Poor kid.
No,
Killed
no,
her own mom.
no. She was an Asari. And you know what that means. She was not an assistant. She was not an advisor. She was not second command. She was his personal lap dancer.
Any opinion on the Rachni?
Off the record, if we had the option, I'd as soon have left it to the Council. We weren't out here during the Rachni War. I'm not sure we have any business getting involved.
Okay, well,
We'll talk another time.
that's
Kaden.
nice to know your opinion, Kaden. Okay, who's next? Rex, my main man. What's going
What do you
on?
want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
Just want to fight. I fight anybody.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I'm
I
assuming
take it the warlord
Jared
didn't appreciate
didn't.
that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from. Where
Ew,
we
that's
all go.
gross.
It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
That's risky.
Sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well... there
Wait,
are
whoa,
some
whoa, whoa,
laws
whoa,
that even we
what? Your
hold
father?
Jared was your father?
sacred. He was. Until that day.
Then he was a dead man.
We talked,
Or Krogan.
but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest.
That's disgusting.
That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
Point
so
taken.
long, Rex.
Shepard.
Ashley.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Afraid I did.
That's unprofessional.
Oh, shoot me now. One of my sisters.
Okay, if you say
That's
so.
Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? Tisoni?
Liara, why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could
Scuttlebutt.
understand
Who is
why. The
Scuttlebutt?
crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
That's cold.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her.
Well, I'm
Of
definitely
course,
not
it
interested
could
in
be
your ugly mug.
politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on Family Mail.
Mind your protocol.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Yes, yes, charming, charming. Oh, I want to be so.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you?
I want to be
Amazing.
such
Things
a
were tense between Sarah and me for a while.
butthole to
Then
her,
we
but
bonded.
Sounds like your father wasn't around much.
I don't want to get into
Wasn't your
this.
family stationed near him?
I don't
Dad
care.
always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times
bleh.
I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered
Up with the
greatly,
poems.
both with those that loved me and alone.
Oh.
For always roaming with a hungry heart, much
Wake me
have
up
I
when it's
seen
over.
and known. Cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
Bored to board now. What's this crap? Oh, I want to be such a butt. Oh.
I never thought I'd hear you reciting poetry.
Okay,
Just
guys,
because
let me
I can
know
drill you between the eyes
in the
100
comments
meters
down below
Doesn't mean I can't like sensitive stuff.
if I can just be
don't
like,
spread it around.
I know we're supposed to be doing Paragon
Ulysses was my
run
dad's
through,
favorite poem.
but can I at
Every time he
least
shipped
be
out, he recorded me reading it.
rude to
had a
Ashley
dozen
just
versions when he
for the
retired.
simple fact of no one likes her anyways. So yeah,
Does
really?
he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably
Thank
still
goodness, you
watching.
probably bored him
So
to death with your
behave.
stinking poems.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now.
I have a
That's
problem.
Not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
I have a problem with this. And this is my mini rant for this video. Is why does BioWare, because they did it with Suvi in Andromeda, but any character that believes in like a higher power, like God or whatever, they always make them, like in this case, she's racist, or she has some kind of issues, trust issues. And then with Suvi, it was what was it with Suvi? I can't remember. But anyways, it's just like totally untypical, and it makes people that, you know, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It just kind of rubs me the wrong way. I could be reading way too much into it, which I probably am, but
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter. Only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
In the Rachni, right? They were dangerous, Skipper. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make. It was yours.
the
You know,
darn Skippy, it
we
was
should
mine.
talk to Cecilia
Technically, it
about
wasn't
why.
mine. It
She
was
has
the
to
viewers. Blame them, not
Sorry,
me.
Skipper.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Garrus, my man.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to
Dr.
investigate.
Hart.
That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion.
Salion. That's right. He changed
So
his
I went
name to
his
Dr.
lab
Hart.
hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set.
That's
Somebody's making a killing out there.
that's gotta be one of the funniest lines in Mass Effect 1. It's from Garrus, anyways. Might not be
What did you
in
do
the
about the
whole
geneticist?
game, but
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
sorry guys, I don't know where that came from.
Feeling
Interviewing.
threatened? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh.
Ugh.
That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
That's sick.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims
That's disgusting.
He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good.
Oh.
Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Don't tell me that.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
Well, you can't get them all.
No, but letting him get away like that. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is. You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see your point. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
You have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
Give it to me.
I'll
We
check
will
out
go
the
do it.
coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that, but Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Absolutely. We'll go do that next. Tally.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Steren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board.
Yep.
He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our
Just a
entire
few.
race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
Your
So are you some kind
royalty?
of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially,
That's what
I'm
you
just the same
think.
as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage. Something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
Well, we don't want that now, do we?
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Seren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
Got it.
See you later.
All right. I believe that is everyone. I'm just kidding. That's not everyone. The moment everyone has been waiting
If you
for.
are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your concern, but I am fine. Benezia chose her path, just as I have chosen mine. I am with you until the end, Shepard.
Maybe we could pick up where we left off. You were telling me about your interest in the Protheans.
Actually, I think I was talking about my interest in you, and making a fool of myself in the process.
Yes, but
as I said,
that's
I am
fine.
not used to dealing with people, especially humans. I did not really know much about your species when we first met, Shepard. I found it hard to take humanity seriously. Your kind always seemed so rushed and high-strung.
But we don't have the luxury of time. An Asari can live for 1,000 years. We're lucky if we hit 150.
That is true. At
Lucky if
first
we
I
hit
thought that was a
100.
weakness of your species.
Because I guess
After spending time with you and your crew, however,
for a long,
I think it may actually be an advantage. You humans are creatures of action. You pursue your goals with an almost indomitable determination. It is an admirable trait, but also an
Colin.
intimidating one.
horrible stuff. Making my eyes all
You're
itchy
scared of
and
us?
watery.
Unfortunately, the rest of the galaxy sees humanity as something of a bully. You run over anyone in your path to get what you want.
Yep.
It is up to people like you to change their minds, Shepard.
I'm doing the best I can.
But there's
Liara.
nothing to
There
change.
is a
That's
reason
how
the
we
Council
are.
chose you to become a Spectre. They saw something
All
special
I'm gonna
in
do
you.
is
The best of
reinforce
what
it.
humanity has to offer. I looked into your history. I know what happened on Akuz. The fact that you survived shows a remarkable strength.
You didn't need to go behind my back. I would have told you whatever you wanted to know.
I apologize, Commander. After our last conversation, I was afraid I would say something stupid again. I wanted to know more about you. To understand what made you into the man you are. There is something compelling about you, Shepard.
Ooh. Me or the beacon?
Are you sure you're interested in me? Or is it my visions of the Protheans?
I admit, your connection to the Protheans had something to do with my initial
You just
interest,
want me for
but
my
it has grown
brain,
beyond that.
my
You
body.
intrigue me, Shepard, but I was not sure if it was appropriate to act on my feelings. I thought there might already be a relationship between you and Chief Williams.
Williams and I are just friends, nothing more.
My mistake, then. I am not as adept at understanding human relationships as I thought.
Oh, I should have let them both
But what
on.
about us, Shepard?
And then did the
Is there a
confrontation
mutual
in the briefing
attraction,
room.
or was I wrong about that too?
Doggone it.
No, you were right.
That would have
There
made
is
for
something
some good
between us.
video.
I knew it, and I knew you felt it too. But does this not seem rather strange? Why do I feel so close to you? We have only known each other a short time.
Yes,
We are from two
but
different
our
species.
minds have
We
already
have almost
become
nothing
one.
in common. This makes no sense.
These
Doesn't
things
have
never
to.
make sense. They just happen, and we get swept up in the storm.
You make it sound so chaotic, so dangerous.
Yes. Very dangerous.
I'll keep you safe.
I am not looking for a protector. This is all a bit overwhelming. I am not used to this. You. I need some time.
You started it.
Take all the time you need, Liara. I'll be here.
Thank you, Shepard. Let's just talk about something else for now.
Okay, alright, that's gonna be it.
I should go.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Alright. Okay, guys, well, it looks like this is going to do it for this episode. I can't believe we almost forgot Liara. I was saving her for last, and then I got done talking to everybody else. I'm like, oh, we're done. No, not. So let's go back up to the CIC, get ready for our next mission. I think we're gonna go look for Dr. Celion or Dr. Hart. And then we'll go to Pharaoh's afterwards. So, that's going to be it for this episode. If you liked it, give that like button a little gently, a gentle little just tap. Just tap it, just softly, Alright, let me know what you think in the comments down below. If you're new here, consider subscribing. If you're a returning subscriber, you know, hey, thanks for coming back. It's always a pleasure having you. And thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you again in the next one. Yes, hello?